tap in, tap the fuck in. That right there, a little pimple growing in. I don't know. Might be a little hair bump or something, but don't look at me like I got something. Tap in, tap the fuck in. What we here on today, Mr. Rolla? What's going on? Man, I'm here to tell y'all about this 12-year-old boy that lost his life, man. Tap in, tap the fuck in. What he do to lose his life? Hey, look, man, I need all the youth to tap in on this one. Tap in, tap the fuck in. The youth got to understand something. The system don't care nothing about your age or none of that. Jail has no age requirement. Tap in, tap the fuck in. And this boy right here, he a prime example of it. You know what I'm saying? Tap in, tap the fuck in. Man, the proper father guidance is definitely needed in the community. And this right here is gonna prove exactly what I'm talking about. Tap in, tap the fuck in. All right, let's go ahead and get to it. Now, I'm about to show y'all this video, right? And then I'm gonna get my commentary on it. Thing is, it's a little bright out here, so you might not be able to see it that good, but work with it, you know. Look at that boy's face. Make sure y'all remember that. All right? He is not 15 years old, but he was 12 when this happened. All right.
For murdering 3 friends when he was just 12 years old. Channel 9 began covering this case in 2023. Each of the victims was found shot to death over the course of a week. Channel 9's Nick Papantonis is at the courthouse in Ocala. And Nick, the judge said he couldn't remember sentencing another 12-year-old for murder.
Yeah, he was a first as far as he can remember, at least in Marion County history. He said he had a 13-year-old at one point. Age was his biggest consideration. His sentence, which was a mandatory minimum, left some families disappointed.
It's sad to think that at one point there was 6 young people in a car, and 3 of them were killed, and the other 3 whose lives are pretty much destroyed.
A Marion County judge said as he sentenced Christopher Atkins to the mandatory minimum 40 years in prison for the murder of Camille Quarles. Atkins, just 12 when he shot Quarles in a crime spree, his age allowing his sentence to be reviewed after 25 years, minus credit for 2 years already served. Quarles' family sobbing with frustration. The judge said he could not factor in the deaths of 2 other teens, Layla Silvernail and Michael Hodo, who Atkins did not shoot, even though their families attended the hearing and asked for justice.
Thank God forgive me that the boys who did this are haunted every day by what they've done.
Her ability to advocate for his needs seemed weak.
A counselor called by Atkins' attorney placed the blame on his mother, who she said did not provide a stable upbringing. She told the judge Atkins could be rehabilitated, something Atkins himself insisted in his own statement.
I'm not. I promise you I'm not. I promise you, give me another chance. I promise you going to see what I'm talking about. I promise you, I bet you going to see.
Y'all see him? He in court begging for his life. This is what happens when your ass go to jail.
On TV doing good.
The 2 other defendants in this case, Taj Bruton and Robert Robinson, will appear in this court building tomorrow for their sentences. Bruton starts at 9 a.m. Robinson will be heard at 1:30. Live in Ocala. Nick Papantonis, Channel 9 Eyewitness. Nick.
All right. So, let me tell y'all what happened with this. Let me grab this drink, though. Hold on. Vilma, what's the deal? Tap in. Tap the fuck in. Jane, what's the deal? Long time no see. I know. You know how shitty is. You know what I'm saying? Tap in. Tap the fuck in. How people in America live on credit Is there no any proverb about not getting credit? In Poland, we have proverb about borrowing money. That is bad. Shit, yeah, same thing going on here. Uh, you get loans. Uh, yeah, all the same shit. So we ain't no different than y'all. You know what I'm saying? We borrow, we do all the same shit too. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, back to it, right? So with this situation, you got three guys, two of them older teenagers. They about 16, 17, right? Then they had a 12-year-old boy that was trailing them. You know what I'm saying? That was a part of their crew or whatever. Mind you, these older teens, 16, 17, and they trailing along a 12-year-old with them, right? So they got this gun. They know these other three people. These three people they know is white people, right? So you already know they feeling like they can get down on them and all type of shit, right? So the 12-year-old boy was actually friends with one of the girls, the one of the three victims that I'm about to talk about. The 12-year-old boy was friends with one of them, right? So with the three victims, basically they had a gun that the three guys wanted, type shit, right? So the three guys decided that they was gonna set them up and kill them to take their gun. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just like asking for it or some shit like that, they gonna set them up. You know what I'm saying? So I guess they figured since the 12-year-old boy was friends with one of the girls, one of the victims, that was their way to set it up, right? So all six of them is in the car, right? The three victims and the three suspects, all six of them is in the car together, right? Well, while they all riding around, that's when the 12-year-old boy he blinked. You know what I'm saying? He get to shooting in the car. The person driving crashed the car. They ended up killing all three of the people out there. The 12-year-old boy, he killed the friend, the person that he befriended. He killed that person. And the other teenagers, they killed the other two people. You know what I'm saying? All it is for a gun that they had. Them three boys killed them three victims for a gun. You know what I'm saying? So they got caught, all of that shit, right? I made a video about this, right? So you go check out the video. On the thumbnail of the video is the boy at 12 years old. He 15 now. So what I just showed y'all is him at 15 getting sentenced. You know what I'm saying? But when he was 12 years old, when he got caught, it's on the thumbnail of the video I did. You can see it in his face. He didn't know what the fuck was going on. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna go ahead and break that down because I feel like his sentence was a little too much for him. He got 40 years in prison, the mandatory minimum for his case, right? I felt like that was too much time for him. Why I feel like that? I feel like that because I just know that he didn't have the proper father guidance. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have no father guidance. He didn't. Let me use me as an example. Like I said before, I grew up with my father. I had my father my whole life, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just say from the time I was born till I was 12 years old, you know what I'm saying? I needed my father's guidance, and he always been there for me. You know what I'm saying? Not he wasn't no weekend daddy, no holiday daddy, none of that. I went to sleep and woke up to my father every day. You know what I'm saying? And my daddy was real stern, and he was a gangster. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, with that being said, at 12 years old, I still needed his guidance. You know what I'm saying? So I know what this 12-year-old boy is going through. You know what I'm saying? And I also understand the influence that he was under. You know what I'm saying? With him not having that proper father guidance, right? He turned to the streets, which is the homies that he know that been growing up above him. They what 4 or 5 years older than him. So he been watching them growing up his whole life. You know what I'm saying? Now these guys 16, 17 years old, they get to hang out all night. They probably selling a little weed. got a little job on the side or something like that. They making a little money. They might got a car or something, you know. Now here go the 12-year-old boy that always been looking up to them. Now he want to get out and he want to do the things that they doing. So he hanging with them. Instead of them steering him down the right lane and telling him to do the right thing, they look at him as a send off. Oh, okay. He want to hang with us. Well, let's go ahead and put him to the test. This is how the streets work. You know what I'm saying? So they putting him to the test. They making him do shit. This boy 12 years old. Why is he pulling the trigger killing somebody? I can guarantee you that was them teenagers that put him up to that shit. You know what I'm saying? This boy 12 years old. He ain't thinking about shooting and killing somebody. You know what I'm saying? He's still playing video games and shit. Man, he going through the adolescent stage, what they call this shit? Damn, I can't think of the damn word, but you know when you puberty. You know what I'm saying? He going through puberty right now. He ain't thinking about shooting and killing somebody. You know what I'm saying? Especially not for no damn gun. Like, what the fuck do he need a gun for? Me as an example. When I was 12 years old, right? I was going through a whole lot, puberty and all of that type of shit, right? So my daddy, of course, would leave me at home at this point. I started getting left home alone when I was about like 7, 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? I grew up pretty quick, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I started out early. So I'm getting left at home while they at work, like 7, 8 years old. So by the time I'm 12, 13, I'm a pro at this shit. You know what I'm saying? I know how long they gonna be gone. I know when around the time they gonna pop back up. I know what it sounds to listen out for, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a pro at this shit by the time I'm 12 years old. Well, my parents didn't know that I would go in their room while they at work and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like their room was upstairs and they had a door, but they would never lock the door. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't think I was going up there while they be at work. But I've been doing that shit for years. You know what I'm saying? I just knew, you know, whatever I touched, how to put it back and shit like that. So they had never locked the door because they never suspected me going up there. You know what I'm saying? I was doing that shit for years. You know what I'm saying? My daddy had two guns. He had a shotgun and a 4.5. He kept the shotgun behind the bed. And he kept the 4.5 on the top shelf of his closet. I seen both of them guns every single day, and I never put my hands on them. At 12 years old, I didn't even want to touch them guns. You know what I'm saying? I felt like if my fingerprints land on them on any one of them guns, my daddy gonna find out. He gonna know my fingerprints. He gonna kill me with that damn gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I had the proper guidance. You know what I'm saying? Let alone I'm there at home by myself with these guns and I don't even touch them. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell no, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? And these guns was in my face every day. Like, I literally could have picked them up, took them outside, showed my homies, look, woo, woo, you know what I'm saying? I could have been doing any of that. I was like, I don't even want to put my hands on them guns because my daddy is not playing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by he didn't have the proper father guidance. Because if he did, he wouldn't even touch that gun. You know what I'm saying? In the first place. He 12 years old. Where did he get a gun from? He got it from them teenagers that he was with. And them teenagers, they gave him life. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they were like 16, 17. They gave them to life. You know what I'm saying? But the 12-year-old, they gave him 40 years. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm breaking down about the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he shouldn't have got that much time. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Everybody got their own feelings and things like that. But me coming from the slums and me understanding, because I grew up, look, right? In my hood, me and my homie Flash, we was the only niggas in the hood that had a father. Everybody else in my neighborhood did not have a father. They was all fatherless. Some of them had an uncle or two that was around, but then none of them have a father. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up in the hood full of niggas that did not have a father. You know, and a lot of them resorted to killing and robbing and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they were so emotional, they ain't know how to let shit out, and they was just following trend, whatever they big homies was doing, because that's who they looked at as they brothers or a father figure or shit like that, was the big homies they see in the streets doing the same shit. You know what I'm saying? So I get it 100%. You know what I'm saying? And I lost one of my homies. Nutty was like 15. You know what I'm saying? He got lost in the system. One of my homies from the hood, got lost to the system at 15 years old. They gave his ass life at 15 years old. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Nah, this 12-year-old shit, this is the youngest I done heard. But again, like I said, I feel like he shouldn't have got all that time, because I understand. They say a man's brain don't fully develop until you about 25. You know what I'm saying? I'm not making no excuse for nobody. This is just facts. You know what I'm saying? So that means he got about another 13 years of mind growing that he ain't even reached yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got a whole lot of more mental capacity to gain. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they should do him like juvenile lifer. You know what I'm saying? From 12 to 18. You know what I'm saying? And then when you turn 18, let him out. Put him on some heavy parole stipulations. You know what I'm saying? See how he move. If you fuck up, send him back. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like he should have got all that time. I don't. You know. I said, I know a lot of people like, fuck that nigga. He knew what he was doing. He was old enough, blah, blah, blah. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I got a heart. And I came from the slums. I came from that type of era. You know what I'm saying? So I get exactly why he did what he did. He didn't do it with ill intention. Like, yeah, I want to kill these motherfuckers. He did it trying to be cool for the game. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what he look up to. This is what he know. So of course he gonna be trying to impress the homies, you know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not making no excuse. It's just I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I understand. Shit. Hate it all you want. I came from there. I fucking get it. You know what I'm saying? It's a sad situation, man. But the bottom line is, see, when you got cases, the judge can go under your guidelines. You know what I'm saying? Because for every case, it's a certain standard called a guideline, meaning that, just say whatever your case is, your guidelines is 24 months to 48 months. There could be your guidelines. So that means the judge got to sentence you anywhere in between 2 years and 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the judge can go under your guideline. The judge can do what they want. You know what I'm saying? For real. But when it comes to like high profile cases like this 12-year-old, what he got in the mandatory minimum law is 40 years on a case like that, the judge can't go under that. That's why he gave him the bare minimum, 40 years. The judge could have gave that boy life too. You know what I'm saying? But the judge understood like his mental capacity is not all the way there. You know what I'm saying? If we can make excuses for these grown ass people out here that's committing these crazy ass crimes and calling them crazy and they mental capacity not all the way there, why we can't do that for this 12-year-old? You know what I'm saying? He 12 years old, man. Do you remember when you was 12 years old? You know what I'm saying? Wasn't nobody mind on killing nobody. Nobody. Even playing Grand Theft Auto and all of this shit. Didn't none of us had that mentality. Like, yeah, we about to go kill some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Not in no 12 years old. No. Even for the niggas that had bullies and shit. We didn't want to kill them. We just didn't like them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'd rather just knock their ass out or something. We ain't thinking about killing them. Like, and that was young, you know. So when you turn about 12, 13, man, you going through puberty and shit. You hanging out with your friends. This about some of the best time of your life, actually. You know what I'm saying? Well, it was for me. I ain't gonna lie. You know, by that time I'm in middle school. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit was going on at that time. So that was a great time for me. You know what I'm saying? Last thing that was on our mind was killing anybody for anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, please. And we was around plenty of people that had way more shit than us. flexing on us while we was kids, and we never like, man, I'm gonna kill that nigga for this shit. I'm gonna kill him. Like, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Nah, dog, nah. And I come from the struggle, so I get it. He didn't want to kill them. He didn't want to do that shit. He did that because them damn teenage boys told him to do it. That's just the honest truth. You feel me? And I don't know. I guess he decided not to tell or whatnot, you know. But if he would have got up there and told everything, that shit would have came out that it was all the two teenage boys plot and everything, and the system know that. That's why they gave their ass life. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no talking with them. Them niggas just straight got life. Because the system know they the ones that set all that shit up. But because of the fact the 12-year-old did pull the trigger and kill somebody, he had to get a mandatory minimum. It's fucked up, man. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. It is what it is. Like I said, I believe that he should have just got a juvenile life situation. When I was in prison, right before I got out, they shipped me to a prison called Lapeer, which is in Lapeer, Michigan. You know what I'm saying? Lapeer, Michigan is like right next to Flint. Y'all know anything about Michigan, you know about Flint. Lapeer is right next door to it. You know what I'm saying? So I got shipped there, right? At Lapeer, that's where they had the juvenile lifers. You know what I'm saying? So you got the grown folk prison, and then you got the juvenile on the other side of the gate. So you just got a gate that literally split the juveniles from the grown-ups. You know what I'm saying? So every time we come out on yard, we always see the juvenile kids on the other side of the gate, and we could talk to them and all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And some of them they get out before they turn 18, and if they turn 18 and they still in prison, they move them from the juvenile side to the adult side. You know what I'm saying? And then they continue their time from there. So I know how the whole juvenile lifer thing work and all of this shit. Like, I was in prison with a bunch of juvenile lifers. You know what I'm saying? They came from that side of the gate and they came to this side of the gate, and that's where they're gonna spend the rest of their life. They cross one side of the gate and that's it for them. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them wasn't bad guys for real. You know what I'm saying? They just got caught up, got influenced and shit. You know. And again, I'm not making no excuses. I'm just speaking my thoughts on this. Like, I know where that boy was coming from. And another thing that shocked me was what he was saying in court. You know what I'm saying? He 15, talking like he 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, he real like fighting for his life. He understand that he about to spend basically the rest of his life in prison. You know what I'm saying? For something he did at 12 years old. Like, he 15 now. His mind state is not in the same frame it was when he was 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's sad, man, because he lost his life to some niggas he looked up to that he thought had his best interest. And the whole time, these hoe ass niggas snaked him. You know what I'm saying? To get him to lose his life. And this is why I don't approve of his time. You know what I'm saying? If he just would have went out and did this shit on his own, then I would have like, yeah, he bought business. You know what I'm saying? But because of the fact he was with them two teenagers, I know they influenced him to do that shit. I know how that play go. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it don't always go according to plan. They probably didn't want to kill them. You know what I'm saying? They probably thought they was just gonna rob them because they some white people, they soft. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna rob their ass, and that's gonna be that. I can guarantee you that's probably what was on their mind. But these two hoe ass niggas, they like, hey, if she move funny, if he say no, whatever, shoot their ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I know exactly how this shit go, man. I know how this shit go. You know what I'm saying? So I don't blame the little boy. At the same time, I do, because he didn't have to agree with it. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, he didn't have to go with it. He could have said no. He could have turned the other cheek. He didn't have to get in the car. You know what I'm saying? He could have went home. He could have said fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I totally get it. But that's why I said he didn't have that proper guidance. Because if he did, he would have turned the shit. You know what I'm saying? I bow up for that one, man. Anyways, yeah, I know how I come. No sugar. You know what I'm saying? How about that? Nah, without having the proper guidance. To the youth out there, y'all got to tighten up, man. Because as you can see, the system don't give a fuck about you or nothing that you talking about. They don't care. They don't care how old you is. They just showed it in that video. That boy was 12 years old. They gave him 40 years. He gonna be 50 something by the time he get out. By the time he even got a chance to get out. Hold on, let's start there. You know what I'm saying? Because the parole board don't have to let him out. The parole board can smoke his ass. Hey, you killed somebody. You know what I'm saying? You a threat to society. We can't let you out. It's up to the parole board from that point on. You know what I'm saying? After he do his mandatory minimum, 40 years. Then he see the parole board. And it's going to be up to the parole board from there, which I'm pretty sure they going to flop his ass a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Like, the parole board play a dirty game, man. You know, for real. Or they just might let him out after that 40 years. They might say, hey, he rehabilitated, cool, let him out. Well, you didn't lost most of your life anyway. You know what I'm saying? You lost your teenage years, your 20s, your 30s, your 40s. Now you in your 50s. What type of threat is you not? You know what I'm saying? It's going to be one of two things. It's either he going to go back to what he did 40 years ago, or he going to do something different. You know what I'm saying? It's not like those, man. But to the youth out there, one more time, this is what I'm going to tell the youth. If you don't have that proper father guidance around you, let me go ahead and wrap this in a nutshell real quick. I'm going to teach you how to become a man. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, right? Get a trade. How is that going to make you a man, Mr. Roll-Up? A trade is a man's job. It's a manly job. You know what I'm saying? Plumbing, construction, demolition. You know what I'm saying? Truck driving. Now, I'm not saying that women can't do these type of things. I'm just saying they are manly jobs. You know what I'm saying? Meaning you're gonna be on the site with manly men, and they're gonna teach you how to be a man. You know what I'm saying? Not only with this trade will follow you for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? You become an independent contractor. This is exactly what it said. You're an independent contractor. You can take that license anywhere and go to any site and get you a job because you're independent and you have experience. You have a license in this field. This trade will follow you for the rest of your life. And with that trading, those type of things going to be needed for the rest of our life because of wear and tear. You know, things get old, out with the old, in with the new. You know what I'm saying? That's what these trading jobs are. Out with the old, in with the new. You know what I'm saying? Get you a good trade, something that you like. Just look at all the different trades that they have and pick out something and say, hey, that's something I like. I think I'd be good at this, right? Take some classes, do whatever you got to do for that. You don't got no transportation to it, call the school. Tell them, hey, I want to change my life. I want to get to school. I don't have a way. Please help. It's always some type of help. They send you a shuttle bus or something. You know what I'm saying? Because they need your live body there. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a never ending growing um, space. You know what I'm saying? So get you a trade, figure out something that you like, and take that serious. Start doing classes on it. Do whatever you gotta do. Next thing you know, they're gonna put you on the site. When you get on the site, you're gonna be on the site with manly men, and they're gonna teach you how to be a man. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna be making money and securing yourself a spot in life at the same time. Instead of going the route that this 12-year-old went by looking at the bums hanging out on the corner, thinking them niggas was dead. I'm gonna tell you right now, the real men, they have trades. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know any other way how to get around a manly figure like that, take up a trade. You ain't gonna have no choice. That's all you gonna be around. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna zero in on you. Cause you the youth. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you this shit work. You know, again, to all the youth. You don't know any other way how to do this, get you a trade and let that trade take you from there. I guarantee you, you will become a man by the time you get you a trade and you start hitting sites. The men on that site, they're going to teach you how to be a man. That's my word. I know this. I am an independent contractor. You know what I'm saying? I did demolition. You know, all I did was tear up shit. I wake up 7 a.m., put my glasses, my hard hat, my vest, my Blake Dickey pants, my steel toe boots. I swing my hammer. And I'm on site. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. And when I get to the site, the supervisors already know who I am. Me and my crew, it was 4 of us, 4 black guys. We'd go through there and tell some shit, man. That shit was nothing to us, you know? We'd get jobs where we got to demo some shit. And the supervisors, they predict that it's going to take us about a week and a half to do it. We'd do that shit in 5 days. You know what I'm saying? Or 4 to 5 days. So we still had like a half a week of time left. Let me tell you something about the independent world, the independent contractor world, right? When you get to a site, just say construction, demolition, anything like that, right? Just say you want into that type of shit, right? When you get to a site, if the supervisors say, we predict it's going to take a whole month to do this job, right? If you and your crew can get that job done in 4 days, guess what? That site is completed. You would get paid for the rest of that month. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to work because your job site was that one site right for the next month. But you cleared that shit before time. So you're going to get paid for that whole month and you got that month off. Now with the construction and demolition site, what they do, the company, they'll call you and they'll say, hey, we got another site for you. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to take it if you don't want to. Because you was already assigned to a site. You just went through there and tore that shit up. So you got break time pretty much. You know what I'm saying? You still getting paid. But if you decide to pick up on another site, now you're getting paid for the other site, and now you're going to get paid for the new site that you ate. You know what I'm saying? It's the contractor world, man. So we was doing shit where we have a site to do. They might tell us it'll take a week to do it. We had that shit done that same day. You know what I'm saying? Because all demolition sites is not demoing the whole place. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we can go to a building that got 15 floors and they might just want us to only clear one cubicle. You know what I'm saying? One cubicle on one level, just one cubicle. The rest of the whole building, we don't touch it. They just want us to clear just one cubicle. That should be done in an hour. You know what I'm saying? And we got paid for the whole week because this is what the supervisor predicted. Now, here's the flip side of it. You know what I'm saying? If you go over the supervisor's prediction, then that shit go against you. So if the supervisor predicted take a week, it took you a week and a half, 2 weeks, they go against you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not qualified for certain sites. You know what I'm saying? So you never want to go over the supervisor's prediction. But as long as you say under it, oh man, great. You know what I'm saying? Then you get paid dead time, free time. You know, man, take up a trade. This is what I'm telling you. Take up a trade. You know what I'm saying? That shit will save your life and teach you how to be a man. Just so happened, I had my whole life. So by the time I stepped into the contractor world, I was already on the same page as them. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't have to hit me with that. I was already on them. So that's just my advice that I can give to the youth. Take up a trade, man. You don't got no father figure. Them guys on the site, they gonna definitely come pat you on the back and they gonna tell you what's what. That's my word. It's been another live stream of Roll Up Power. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.